No, I can't.
Why?
Because I have speakers in my helmet.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Okay. Motorcycle license, please.
Why are you pulling me over first?
I lit you up back at the end of the street.
I have a right to pull over where I feel safe.
You need to relax.
Give me my fucking driver's license. Run it and do what you gotta do. You ain't gonna fucking bully me.
I'll do what I want to do here, sir.
I don't give a what you think you do.
Relax.
I'm not gonna relax. You pulled me over for no fucking reason.
Sir, do not move that
I'm
bike.
going to my... I'm suing you, bud.
Sir, you walked off of my traffic stop. I'm detaining you for my safety.
No, you're not.
What happened?
You put hands on me, you're getting sued.
Stop.
Get your phone
Tag.
out, record this.
Press harder.
Stop.
Don't put hands on me.
See, bro.
Right here.
John Eagle.
Don't put hands on me. You are on video, bud. You're
Stop.
getting sued. You're getting sued.
Stand right here.
Your town is gonna pay me big, bud.
What up, guys? We have a spicy meatball of a video for you guys. This one comes to you from MT07 Mitchell. So just so you guys know, the original video was taken down. There was some things that he said in that video that I can pretty much guarantee the reason why it was taken down. Good thing I didn't leave that in the video. So as a matter of fact, the original channel is called MT07 Mitchell, but we're watching this off America's Worst Cops. Moderators, if you get a chance, I don't know if you can find this guy's channel link, but I'll be adding it at the end of this video. But yeah, if you can grab America's Worst Cops channel, that's one of my other channels. I'll be going live on that channel as well. So I'll be doing more work on that channel as well. So you guys go, moderators, if you guys can grab the channel link, America's Worst Cops, you guys can find this video on that channel. So let's get back to it. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be reading an article that I think is extremely important. And you guys are absolutely going to love this. This is the secret system that covers up police misconduct and ensures problem officers can get hired again. So you guys stay tuned for that, because we're going to be reading that at the end of this video. And like I said, you guys are absolutely going to appreciate it. I think it's important and it's a powerful article. So let's keep watching. You're going to hear this cop lie about why he pulled him over. He gives two different reasons in this video, but I guess we don't have to listen to my narration. I can skip that, right? But yeah, as I was saying, I guess. And I have to do this for fair use, just so you guys know. I have to make it educational. But yeah, this cop lies twice on why he pulled him over. And that's important, because are cops allowed to lie? You know, in investigations they can, but not on the police reports. So.
Why?
Because I have speakers in my helmet.
That's illegal.
No, it's not.
Okay. Motorcycle license, please.
Why are you pulling me over first?
Because I can't. Motorcycle license.
Can I ask why you're pulling me over first?
To ID who you are.
To ID who I am. Well, guess what? This is all on video, bud.
You're right. My name's Officer Nablo. You're being
right.
audio and video recorded.
You're right. It is being video recorded, bud.
Right.
And guess what else I have a right to do? Pull over where I feel safe. And that's right here in front of my house where I got video.
You're failing to yield to me.
The cop just told him he pulled him over because he failed to yield, but we watched the beginning of the video. This guy had nothing but green lights, and that's why it's important to have. Yeah, at the damn. You know what? I still have the full video in its entirety screen recorded, so I hope Mitchell does as well, which I'm guessing he probably does. He might want to edit out a couple of the particular swear words, I guess. He dropped a couple F-bombs in there, and I'm not talking about the F-U-C-K F-bomb. I'm talking about the F-bomb that gets videos deleted. Yeah, man, I've had people say, "Well, why'd they take my video down?" I'm like, "Well, what did you say this? No. Did you say this? Yeah. Did you say this? Yeah." I was like, "Well, there it is. That's why." They don't want you to say that. Not with it anymore.
You're gonna quit harassing me.
You need to relax.
You're gonna, you dumbass.
I lit you up back at the end of the street.
I have a right to pull over where I feel safe.
Okay.
Mother, you're gonna quit harassing me.
Mother ucker.
Relax.
You're gonna quit harassing me. I'm filing
I
charges.
don't know who you are.
You don't need to know who I am. I did nothing wrong.
But how am I harassing you?
Because I did nothing wrong and you're pulling me
Your
over.
plate needs to be displayed.
My
again.
plate is fucking displayed, mother.
I can't see it. It's
Bullshit,
behind
you
the tire.
can't. Bullshit, you can't.
You need to relax.
Give me my driver's license. Run it and do what you gotta do. You ain't gonna
I'll
bully
do
me.
what I want to do here, sir.
I don't give a what you think you do.
Relax.
You hear this, cop? We need to relax, people, because cops, they can do what they want, right? That's exactly what this cop is saying. I can do what I want to do, sir. Shut up, David. While speaking.
Harass me, I'm suing you, mother. I'm suing.
Yeah, as I was saying, you need to relax because we can do what we want, right? We can speed down the road, no emergency lights, park in red zones, and just relax, bro, because we're cops. We can do what we want. I mean, you heard it from the horse's mouth. We can do what we want. I can do what I want. Relax. Like, really? Is that how it is, America?
You. How's that? I'm suing you.
Sir, do not move that
I'm
button.
going to my fucking house.
Gotta be honest with you folks, I ain't never seen nobody do this. Walk off a traffic stop with your motorcycle. This is some gangster ass shit right here. Boss level. Now look, who's right and who's wrong here? Is he wrong for what they can justify their act?
I'm suing them. He put
He left that cop standing back there like scratching his head like, what the fuck? What just happened right here? Right? I've spoken to people who have, been through the police academy and stuff, and one of the things they're big on is how cops are always talking about controlling the scene. They're trained to control the scene because it could be dangerous and people could be surrounding you, so you have to control the scene. That fucking cop had absolutely no control at all. I mean, he lost control when he actually pulled the guy over for no reason, and then he tried to lie about it, and then the guy was like, hell nah, bro, you ain't doing that shit today.
pulled me over for no fucking reason. No reason whatsoever. He pulled me over for no fucking reason. I'm suing him. No reason whatsoever. I'm suing you, bud. I can tell you that right now.
Sir, you walked off from my traffic stop. I'm detaining you for my safety.
No, you're not.
What happened?
You put hands on me, you're getting sued.
Stop.
Get your phone out, record this.
Come with me. You walk off from my traffic stop again, you're going to jail.
You're getting sued. You and your whole department, bud.
Stop.
Don't put hands on me.
Stop. Right here.
Don't
Stop.
put fucking hands on me.
So one of
You
my-
are on video, bud. You're
Stop.
getting sued. You're getting sued.
Stand right here.
Your town is going to pay me big, bud.
I'm
You are
trying
going to
get
pay
back
me
to traffic.
big.
He's leaving.
I want your sergeant here now.
Okay, please.
You're getting fucking sued. You're getting sued.
Get back out of here.
Mike, stay outside.
You're getting sued, bitch.
He's left my traffic stop. My lawful traffic.
I pushed my bike home. I have a right to stop where I feel safe. You tyrant. You piece of shit. You pulled me over for no motherfucking reason. You. You piece of fuck.
There's gotta
I
be-
signaled. I did every fucking thing.
Mike, you gotta de-escalate.
Kim.
You gotta de-escalate, so does he.
You want to harass me, bitch? I'm suing your whole motherfucking department.
You gotta de-escalate.
I did nothing
Mike,
wrong.
You're making it
You're the
worse.
reason why I ride with a video camera.
Yeah, I asked in the video what you guys think about the woman. We've been doing this a long time, and you guys see the women, trying to interject herself into the situation. I did like the fact that she kind of stood in between them, but if that cop really wanted to, he could have railroaded her, just pounced on her, threw her on the ground, arrest him. I mean, that's what they do, right? But you know, I already got one comment on the channel that I posted it on, America's Worst Cops, and right away a couple comments actually were saying his girl needs to shut up. Yeah, you guys don't fuck around.
Car. You're
Mother,
making.
your bike registration plate is out of
So
date.
Fox,
Seven-
thank you, brother.
Get over here and look.
No, the fit's
Get over here
not.
and look.
No, the
Get
fit's
over here and
not.
look.
You guys are about to see how unprofessional this cop is. He's about to call the man a fucking clown. Now, I know I took out all the F-bombs coming from the man's mouth.
Fucking mouth. Come over here.
No fun way. It's out.
What
I
does
have
it
to
say
have
right
the
there?
bike
What does it say? What does it say?
I don't care what it says.
7 of 24.
I haven't had the bike even a year. How's that so?
Hey, you're asking why I stopped you, Mr. YouTube.
You're still going on there. You're still a tyrant.
Who's the clown now?
That's not why you stopped me. Give me my fucking license back.
I'm not done. You walk away, I am going to arrest you.
Arrest me, then I'll sue the shit out of you.
I really like the fact that this man's not afraid to take an arrest, and folks, we really shouldn't be afraid to take arrests either. Whenever they arrest me and take me to jail, I walk out of there with a handful of new activists. Oh yeah, I'm in there telling them what I do, I show them how to do it, and I tell them how they can come back out and have a... As a matter of fact though, there is one channel, and I'm gonna post his comment right here, Press Harder. This channel right here, he's done it more gangster than anyone else I've ever seen him do it. I watched him take an arrest here in my hometown. We were out cop watching together, and he said what he was gonna do. He did what he said he was gonna do, and you know, he dropped all his weight. He made them carry him, and he wouldn't eat. He didn't give up his name. He was actually released as John Doe. That's probably some of the most gangster ass shit I've ever seen in this community. A lot of people go around acting hard, and there's people that stay hard so they don't have to get hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stay hard, folks. Don't get hard. A little bit of payback on bad cops. Yeah, get your
I'm
payback,
suing the
folks.
fuck out of him.
Mike, you're making it worse. Take a deep breath.
Watch, it's all on video. I did not a fucking thing wrong, get pulled over. I did the speed limit, I used the turn signal, everything. Fuck him.
I've been doing these videos for a lot of years, and in many videos we see sometimes it's a passenger or whatnot. Most of the time it's going to be the wife sitting there or standing on the side, yelling, saying things.
Shut up,
Many of you
San
guys
Joaquin, I already said
considering
that.
some of these... Fucking David,
Piece
man,
of
won't
shit
shut
tyrant
up.
mother.
Stop
Write my
talking.
citation or whatever you gotta do and get the fuck out of here.
Play the video. Stop talking.
Piece of shit. Call the back if you need to, you fucking coward. Piece of shit. Yeah, call back up, big boy. Like I give a fuck about him. I didn't do a fucking thing wrong. If you're not a sergeant, I have nothing to say to you.
I am a sergeant.
He pulled me over for no fucking reason. None whatsoever. I have it all on video.
His registration's out.
I haven't even had the bike a year. That's not possible.
Kidder in chief.
Straight up, just telling him he refused to stop and then finally...
I didn't refuse to stop. I have a right to pull over where I feel safe. Fuck you.
What up, KP?
Refused to stop.
Yeah, they're getting sued.
They left the scene.
Getting sued. They're getting sued.
What up, Rob Farlow?
I
Good to
got
see
it
you,
all
bro.
on video. He fucking harassing me. You
Tell him that he needs to get his registration fixed, and he flips out.
No, that's not the case. You're lying through your fucking teeth. I have it all on video. And it's continuing to record right here.
So here's your tickets. You're
That's
getting
fine.
a ticket
That's fine.
for not lawfully
That's fine.
stopping at my stop.
That's fine.
I
I
should
have a
have
right to stop
arrested
where
you.
I feel safe. Do I not?
Hush.
Do I not have a right to pull over where I feel safe? I do.
You
I
need
don't
to
want to speak
hush.
to you. I want to speak to the sergeant.
You're,
I'm done
it's
with
my
you.
traffic stop.
I'm done with you though. You'll see me in court when I sue you for harassment. Do I not have the right to pull over where I feel safe? As an American citizen, do I not have a fucking right to pull over where I feel safe?
I've never stopped
I was
you
coming
once.
to my house. I never went above the speed limit. I never ran from you. I never did shit like that. I stopped right there, and then I pushed my bike up here.
If it's the registration,
So let me get this straight.
doesn't
Let me
feel
get this
safe.
straight. Let me get this straight, right? You pulled me over for registration, but you said when you stopped me, you couldn't see my plate. So which is it?
You wouldn't
Which
shut
fucking
up and
is it?
listen to me, so I couldn't
Which
tell
is
you.
it? You couldn't see the plate, but it's out of registration, right?
You wouldn't stop and
Right?
listen.
I know what it is. The sticker under there offended you, huh, buddy?
Where?
Well, guess what?
What
You're
sticker?
getting sued. You're getting sued. Write me all the fucking tickets you want. Okay. I dare you to, because I'll see you in court and I'm suing the shit out of you.
John Eagle. It's not your traffic stop, it's my traffic stop, donut operator. I've actually heard Press Harder, one of the people, I should address him as, say when cops tell him, stay off my scene, he has the greatest comeback. This is my fucking scene. I'm telling you guys, man, Press Harder is probably one of my favorite cop watchers out there. You guys, I don't know why, man. I like the way he addresses shit, the way he talks, he responds. He's fucking quick. Yeah, Press Harder. Love your work.
He's been harassing me for a long time. He's the same one that threatened to shoot my dog because he was in my house barking. Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you? Don't touch my bike. This is all on video. I got a camera there, camera there, camera there, and I got a camera right here recording.
Sir, your citations will come in the mail.
That's
Make sure you
fine.
respond within 10
That's
days.
fine. I
If you
will.
don't respond to your citations
That's
within
fine.
10 days,
I want to file a
Mike,
complaint on this
listen.
officer.
Let him talk.
there's no complaint.
Yes, there is. Harassment. So, you're going on YouTube. You're going to be famous, bud. For a fucking tyrant. That's
What's up,
what you are.
Jethro?
Wait, let him talk. Let the sergeant talk to you. You called him
He
here.
has
He came.
nothing to say that's going to change anything. He pulled me over for no reason. You want to watch the video back? I'll stop the recording. I'll pull it up on my phone, and I will show you where he pulled out from behind me down there by the fire hall, followed me the whole way here, changed lanes to go like he was going to go towards Marathon or across the bridge, and then got back behind me to harass me. It's all on video.
Oh shit, Veda Maints, you're the woman from the video. Am I correct? The one we did recently, from Forensic Media's video. Is that you? You guys remember we watched the live stream of the woman that got handcuffed by the cop from Forensic Media's channel? We did a live stream on it. I recognized your last name. Is that you? Because, yeah, that's you. Because we absolutely love you. We all fell in love with you that day. Hell yeah. See, that's her, guys. Welcome to the channel. It's an honor to have you here. Yep. Thank you for being here, as a matter of fact. Hell yeah, guys. That's the nice lady that was on the video.
It's all on video.
Let him
Every
talk
bit
to
of
you,
it.
Mike.
I listen. Can I talk now?
Get off my bike. Don't touch my property.
Heck yeah.
Don't touch my property. I'm asking you once.
What's up, Brooks? It's Brooks Trust.
Let him talk.
So what I'm saying is,
I want the citation wiped, period. That's all there is to it. I did nothing
Michael,
wrong.
let him talk
or
to
he's
you.
getting sued.
Let him talk. Come
Getting sued,
on.
bro. That's all there is to it. You're going to pay big money for this. I guarantee you that. Huh?
do you want
I want him to get off my property. I'll speak to you. I want him off my
Mike, let
property.
him talk to you. You called him here. He
He's
came.
been nothing but disrespectful every time I've dealt with him. Every single time.
So this part is arguing the thing on the bike. He's going to issue citations.
That's fine.
Bring your
I haven't
videos.
had this a year. I don't know how it's
What's up,
now.
Mark?
You could bring your videos and whatever. And that's what the magistrate.
That's fine. I'm going to do that. Get your hand out of the front of there.
So bring your proof to the magistrates, and then you can show it to her. If you have a complaint,
Let him
I want to
talk.
file a
Mike.
complaint
if
against
you
him.
have a complaint against an individual officer, you have to do it with the chief of police. So you have to go down and do it with the chief.
Can you send him up to my house? I'd rather not come down to the
He's not
station.
here. It's the weekend, but you can go and file
Full
a
of still the
complaint.
chief? Okay,
The issue is
What's up, Ray G?
I don't know what.
It's all on video. You know, when he first stopped me, he said, I pulled you over to I.
Man, it sucks that the video ended abruptly. I don't think the man... Yeah, that video ends, guys. But you can go watch the full video now on America's Worst Cops, uninterrupted by me, but it will be interrupted by San Joaquin over there, if that makes any sense. I just reviewed a video that I had reviewed on a different channel. I don't know. It makes total sense to me. But now we're gonna read a article that I think is extremely important, guys. And I'm glad you guys are here because I was reading it the other day and I was like, holy shit. Like, I can't wait to share this with everyone. So, Vigilance Committee, good to see you, everybody. Joko, Kansas Cop Watch, good to see you. Hell yeah, Dreaded Rabble Rouser, good to see you, bro. I don't need these anymore because I don't need to hear my echo in my ears, in my head. All right, so let's get right to this article. Behind locked drawers of file cabinets in police departments all over California sit documents no one is supposed to see. All right. Known as clean record agreements, they conceal the misconduct of hundreds of officers, helping them land new jobs in law enforcement. And you guys are going to want to follow along with this. All right. These documents have been secret until now. All right. This is the secret system that covers up police misconduct and ensures problem officers can get hired again. By Katie Rush and Casey Smith. Updated September 24th, 2024. And I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Susan Bassey, who sent this to me. And thank you, Susan Bassey. Heck yeah. I definitely appreciate Susan Bassey. So let's get to reading it. A police officer's career was in peril. 25 years ago, Hosep Joe Orjanian's supervisors at the Los Angeles County Office of Public Safety accused him of flagrant misconduct. They said he had pretended to attend military training to skip work. They had already decided he should be fired when they learned of another allegation. Orjanian's girlfriend said he had grabbed her and pulled her hair while she held their infant son. But the Los Angeles County did something remarkable. The county agreed to hide evidence that Orjanian allegedly lied to dodge work in exchange for his promise to go without a fight. Records documenting the county's finding of misconduct would be removed from his personal file, and the very existence would be kept secret. His firing would be rescinded. If any future employer asked, the county agreed to say only that he had resigned, indicating personal reasons. There's even a picture of this fool. Hosep Joe Orjanian, right? He got that special blue line treatment, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Susan Bassey, here we go. Yup. Thank you, Susan. I was just giving you a shout out. Heck yeah, Chris Landrum. I don't know, guys. I'm being shadow banned a little bit. If you guys have a channel and would like to share this in your community posts, that would definitely help. I know some folks are not getting the notifications. What's up, Full Court Press? Good to see you. All right, guys, let's keep reading. Hosep Joe Orjanian received clean record agreements from the Los Angeles County Office of Public Safety, Sierra County Sheriff's Office. Records excerpt. The office will rescind the proposed disciplinary action and replace the notice of proposed disciplinary action with the aforementioned amended notice expressly reversing any sustained findings of misconduct. They're just like reverse the shit, right? Jobs after agreement. Weed Police Department, Sierra County Sheriff's Office, Del Norte County Sheriff's Office, Mount Shasta Police Department, Susanville Police Department, Department of Veterans Affairs, Sierra Nevada Healthcare System Police Department. That's mostly up in Northern California, folks. In the years since, Orjanian has bounced from one policing job to the next. He left one agency soon after a local prosecutor questioned his credibility and ability to testify in court, citing criminal charges he faced of child abuse, perjury, and witness tampering. He was never convicted. Then, in 2019, the Sierra County Sheriff's Office near Lake Tahoe accused him of embezzling money, records show. Once again, history was rewritten for Arjanian. Yeah, Chris, my bad I didn't call you, bro. I'll give you a call soon, bro. Probably today after this. Or give me a call as soon as I'm done with the live stream so I don't forget. All right, let's keep reading, folks. Heck yeah. OCW, good to see you, Chewy. Just as Los Angeles County had, Sierra County agreed to seal from view every trace of his alleged wrongdoing. The county promised to never disclose how it had documented in detail the way Arjanian pilfered agency funds. And just like Los Angeles County, Sierra County would deceive anyone asking for a reference. Rather than disclosing that his superiors had moved to fire him, the county would say he had voluntarily resigned. Why do they do that shit? Why not just get rid of them for good, man? Fuck. It makes absolutely no sense. And this picture right here is the cabinet in Sheriff Mike Fisher's office at the Sierra County Sheriff's Office in Downeyville, where records related to Hosep Joe Arjanian's alleged misconduct are kept separate and sealed per the terms of his clean record agreement, right? What kind of bullshit is that? Like, well, we're going to go ahead and expunge your record, you know? It'll make us look bad if you look bad. You know what I'm saying? What up, Jersey Watcher? Good to see you, my brother. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Yep. Hell yeah, B. Hendrix. Thank you for being here. All right, let's keep reading, guys. A year later, Eric Apperson, then the sheriff of Del Norte County on the California-Oregon border, was deciding whether to hire Arjanian. He was impressed by Arjanian's decades of experience and his background in the military, where he served in the Army and National Guard. A reference check with Sierra County turned up no red flags, so he hired him. Only when he was contacted for the story did Apperson learn why Arjanian had left Sierra County. Are you kidding me? He said in an interview. Speaking hypothetically, he said, if you're asking me if an officer got terminated for embezzlement, would that make a difference to me if I was hiring them? Yes, of course that would make a difference. Right to remain secret. An investigation into secret system of legal settlements that has whitewashed California police misconduct for decades. And there's like several different stories regarding this stuff, folks. Hell yeah. This is well written. Pretty good fucking article. Arjanian's case is one example within a secret system of legal settlements that has whitewashed the corruption, criminality, and other misconduct of law enforcement officers throughout California for decades. An investigation by the San Francisco Chronicle and UC Berkeley's investigative reporting program found at least 163 California police agencies have executed separation agreements concealing misconduct allegations against at least 297 officers and deputies. Records are obtained by this investigation show the actual numbers are likely much higher because 1/3 of police agencies asked to release the agreements refused, citing privacy laws. Wow, dude. Which agencies released clean record agreements by county? Type in the county to see the police agencies responded to requests for those records. Immediately when I was watching this, I already knew that my county was going to be one of the counties that absolutely does not release records. And I'll show you guys Kern County. If you look at Bakersfield Police Department, under where it says Kern, you'll see that Bakersfield is white. Now, if you look up here, which agencies release clean record agreements by county, type in the county to see how its police agencies responded to requests for those records. If it's light brown, it says sent all records. If it's like a little yellowish, claims to have no records. If it's brown, withheld some or all records. And if it's white, no response. If you look down here, Bakersfield Police Department, absolutely no response. Where I live is crooked as hell, folks. They don't even want to give me the footage that I requested that involves me. Like, man, it's a fucking hassle. Like I've said before in my videos, it's been an uphill battle to make cops wear body cams, but it's been another uphill battle just to fucking get the body cam footage. Like, what kind of shit is that? Oh yeah, we got body cams. Like, really, motherfucker, and we can't get it from you guys? You know what I mean? Like, shit, bro. Hell yeah. Am I tripping? What's up, Utah Cop Watch? Good to see you, bro. You guys definitely go subscribe to Utah Cop Watch. I'm putting out a video soon regarding Utah Cop Watch. And he put out a video. And he ended up getting charged after that with the felony, guys, for tampering with the witness. You guys definitely got to go check out his last 3 videos. And you tell me if he was tampering with the witness, because he definitely was not. Definitely was not. So, but let's go ahead and keep reading this article, guys. I think this is extremely important. Those whose conduct is hidden by these details, also known as clean record agreements, include a deputy accused of groping a woman held in county jail, an officer who investigators determined falsified a report to link a man to a crime, and a deputy who was found to have violated department policy when he fatally shot a teenager as he lay wounded. You see, guys? So you mean to tell me they can grope women, they can shoot kids, and what else did they do? Falsify reports and all that shit, right? But it's all good, man. We're gonna just wash it like nothing happened. How the whitewashing of misconduct works, right? We can't try to fix a problem if we can't recognize this problem, right? And that's why I say that this article is important. Like I said, Susan Bassi, muchas gracias for sending me this article, because after reading it, I was like, holy shit, man, I gotta read this with the people, because it explains a lot, man, how whitewashing of misconduct works. For decades, law enforcement agencies across California have promised to whitewash officers' alleged misconduct through confidential settlement agreements. The terms of these clean record agreements vary, but everyone negotiates the departure of a peace officer in exchange for assurance of secrecy. Here's a look at how these deals go down using excerpts from real internal affairs reports and clean record agreements. The process, 1 out of 7. A police officer commits alleged misconduct. Records excerpt. Multiple victims have alleged, while on duty and in full uniform, you had sexual intercourse with them when they were underage. Coerced them under color of authority to have sexual intercourse with them while on duty. Records excerpt. You have demonstrated a willfulness to misrepresent and or falsify arrest reports. Most notably, your actions have led to one citizen wrongly convicted of a crime and another to escape prosecution. The process. The officer is in the process of being investigated, disciplined, or fired. Records excerpt. Following conclusion of the investigation, employee was served with the notice of preliminary disciplinary action, termination of employment, dated October 28, 2021. On October 26, 2019, employer provided employee with final notice of termination effective immediately. The process, 3 out of 7. A deal is struck between the department and the officer, who is allowed to resign. Employee advised the city of his intent to voluntarily resign from the city in lieu of termination effective on April 2nd, 2020. Resignation date. The city shall rescind employee's termination. Employee shall resign effective April 13th, 2016. And city accepts employee's resignation. All records and documents relating to and concerning employee's severance of employment shall indicate that employee resigned, and that specifically the term resigned in lieu of discipline or resigned with pending complaint investigation or any similar reference to this effect are prohibited. So you can't even say he was resigned for a bad reason. It has to be taken out. The process 4 of 7. The agreement explicitly makes secret any findings of misconduct or reverse them. City of Beaumont will expunge the internal affairs investigation. In expunging internal affairs investigation, the City of Beaumont shall remove all documents. In removing all such documents, it will be as if the internal affairs investigation never occurred. So wow, they actually pretty much get rid of the records in internal affairs. Like, yeah, that shit's sealed. The city shall reverse the charges relating to the January 23rd, 2018 and February 7, 2018 incidents and deem them unfounded. Wow. So it's like, yeah, it's almost like no wrongdoing. We know he did it, but we're just going to lie and say that we found no wrongdoing, basically. In some cases, the officer is paid. Records show that the city will pay the total amount of $1 million to $225,000. $1,225,000. The settlement process. Employee will be paid as a full and complete settlement and release of any and all claims related to his employment with the district in the amount of $60,000. In some cases, the officer is guaranteed a disability pension. The city will expeditiously process the application if the application for a disability retirement application is not approved by the city council. Then this agreement shall then reupon be vacated in its entirety. On the effective date of this agreement, respondents shall certify that charging party is disabled and unable to perform the duties of a police officer, facilitating charging party's application for disability retirement. The agreement itself is made secret. Plaintiffs and plaintiffs' attorneys shall keep the existence, terms, and conditions of this agreement completely and strictly confidential. In the event of the break of these confidentiality provisions, plaintiff expressly agreed to pay $5,000 as liquidated damages for each disclosure. So damn, if you open your mouth, you're gonna have to pay us $5,000. Fucking hell. Are you guys paying attention to this? What's up, every camera counts? Good to see you, bro. What up, Sassy? Kisses. Good to see you. Good to see you. The storage and maintenance of this settlement agreement will not be in any human resource personnel file nor discoverable in law enforcement background investigations. So in other words, the shit never happened, folks. The cops, what they did, never happened. The shit that they did wrong, never happened. Right? They found a way to sweep it under the rug, to make that fucking, not only to sweep it under the rug, but to make that a legal process, to do that shit legally, to sweep it under the rug. What the fudge cakes? More than half of the officers who secured clean record agreements uncovered by the investigation also received lump sum payments as part of the deals, totaling $23.7 million. One officer got $3.1 million. At least 5 officers have secured multiple clean record agreements. In many cases, police departments hid alleged misconduct even while maintaining it occurred. In every case where reporters could establish the outcome of the department's internal investigation through documents or interviews, they found that clean record agreements were given after police agencies had fired the officer or had begun the process of doing so based on what they saw as clear evidence of wrongdoing. And I gotta tell you guys, man, a lot of times we don't get to see this shit or hear about it, but you remember that woman cop, I think it was in New York, who slept around with like 5 or 6 or 7 other cops in the department? You know, she was fired for, you know, being a hoochie and doing the hanky-panky on the job. And did you guys know that she was actually awarded a $500,000? She was awarded $500,000. Now, let me ask you guys this. What's going to stop bad cops from doing this kind of shit in the future? Do it on purpose to cash in. It's a fucking free-for-all. It's a free-for-all, guys. Bad cops fucking... And did you guys know that if a cop gets fired, he gets to go in front of a review board, and if that review board says that, yeah, no, his firing is legit, he gets to fucking appeal it again twice. Did you guys know all of this shit? I'm learning this shit as I go, guys. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm trying to pay attention, and I'm learning all of this as I go. We're all learning this shit together, and I gotta tell you, we're not gonna be able to fix none of this shit unless we understand what's happening. What's up, Shardon Times? Good to see you, bro. Hell yeah. I like this guy's channel, man. He's the shiznit. Falsify records. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Beta, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep. $500,000 for being a hoe. A hoe. Yeah. Oh, that was in Tennessee where she was the sleeping around and shit, getting paid to be a hoochie. I mean, shit, man. Go do that shit on OnlyFans, man. The hell? I ain't trying to pay for that shit. Go where the pervs pay. You feel me? Shit. Let the pervs pay for that shit. I ain't trying to pay for that shit. Let the pervs pay. Get mine for free, y'all. In interviews, police chiefs said that they reluctantly approve clean record agreements because it is expensive and difficult to fire even the worst officers. California public employees have the right to appeal any disciplinary action, including termination. Police officers, however, are entitled to a second appeal, typically through evidentiary hearings in front of an arbitrator or civil service commission. You see what I mean, guys? It's just cheaper to settle. If you're 100% right, said Scott Fairfield, the former chief of the Bell Gardens Police Department outside of Los Angeles. The clean record agreements obtained by this investigation were in most cases signed between 2012 and 2022. Though some were executed as far back as 1995, they often were negotiated by the same attorneys and share identical terms. A template. Here you go, guys. Here you go, cops. Here's a template of how to be some fucking really bad cops and how to get away with it. These attorneys are everywhere in California. The same one, same template. They're all using the same shit. The clean record agreements obtained by this investigation were in most cases signed between 2012 and 2022. Though some were executed as far back as 1995, they often were negotiated by the same attorneys and share identical terms, structures, and language, even those that were approved years apart or by agencies at opposite ends of the state. Yep, that's the police unions sending that memo to every police department. How to get away with it, guys. Here we go. Let's wash our hands of our criminal wrongdoings. Let's fucking keep the image of the departments throughout the nation looking pristine, right? The central objective is always secrecy. Some police forces bury disciplinary records in confidential folders. Others order their outright destruction. In many cases, the separation agreements themselves are made secret, or they outline financial penalties for anyone who reveals their existence. Because of the layers, fuck. Did I really screw that up twice? Because of the layers of secrecy protecting the system, it is hard to know precisely how many officers have benefited. But those familiar with these settlements say their use is widespread. It happens in almost every agency at every fucking level. Said Sid Smith, a former California police chief and one of the state's leading experts on law enforcement background investigations. Officers who signed clean record agreements by county and department. Wow, so they give us a list of, how many people have signed clean record agreements from that time frame. And that's what I'm saying, man. This is some really good fucking research right here. Bakersfield Department 2, right? Clean record agreements. McFarland 3. The clean record agreements of the McFarland 3 are those the famous runners from the movie McFarland with Kevin Costner. One of the runners in that movie became a Bakersfield police officer who fucking stole drugs from the locker room and sold it back out on the streets. Folks, I cannot make this shit up. This shit's like a fucking Grand Theft Auto video game. Like a fucking movie. Like a television show. This map only displays data from the agencies that released records. With allegations of the wrongdoing, safety hidden, ousted officers often find new jobs in law enforcement and other sensitive positions. Of the 297 officers identified by this investigation, at least 108 subsequently landed jobs at other law enforcement agencies as security guards or as correctional officers. Former San Fernando Police Chief Jeff Ely, who documents show was accused by a fellow officer of fixing a traffic ticket for a congressional aide, secured a clean record agreement in 2013, and now works as a sergeant for the Burbank, Glendale, Pasadena Airport Authority Police. Prosecutors declined to file charges against Ely, who did not respond to requests for comments, including that the police department's policy allowed the chiefs to dismiss traffic citations. Right? That special fucking government privilege, folks. They can do what they want, but you can't. In reality, when that kind of shit happens, nobody in that fucking town should be paying for fucking traffic citations. Yeah, you want fucking privilege? Fuck you guys. We ain't paying either. The whole town should be out there with pitchforks and fucking saying, we're not paying. We're not paying. Right? I don't mean pitchforks as to fucking stab somebody. I mean pitchforks as to protest. I mean, I don't know. Did they used to use pitchforks to stab people and shit? I don't know. But that's not what we were going with. That's not where we were going. All right. Troy Oviatt, I don't fucking know how to pronounce that shit. Troy, who was a sergeant in the Fairfield Police Department, entered into a clean record agreement as the city was moving to fire him for alleged sexual misconduct. Interviews show he now works for the Pinole Police Department. He did not respond to requests for comment. You're setting up another agency, said Kevin Johnson, a retired police captain who handled hiring for the Sacramento Police Department. They want that shit quiet, folks. Concerns about police impunity, including failures to investigate citizen complaints, conduct unbiased internal investigations, and prosecute unjustified shootings, have received a much attention from journalists, activists, and academics, especially since George Floyd's murder in 2020. But this investigation is the first to reveal the widespread use of clean record agreements in California, which does not forbid the practice, and the first to describe how these agreements protect and perpetuate police misconduct. Arjanian would not agree to be interviewed, and he declined to answer specific questions sent by email and text, saying the information being sought was confidential, but he said via text message that the facts reported in the story are 99.9% inaccurate, that why I leave jobs is my business, not yours. Wow. So it's not the public's business, folks, when cops screw you over. It's not their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's none of your business if a cop does something wrong, right? Fucking hell. Unbelievable. Cameron Crawford, the Sierra County Sheriff's lieutenant who led the internal investigation that concluded Arjanian had embezzled anti-crime funds, said in an interview that he had recommended the department take the case to the district attorney for a charging decision. But to Crawford's dismay, talk of a prosecution disappeared once the county executed a clean record agreement and buried all trace of Arjanian's alleged thievery. Damn, so you can be a proven thief and not even be made to apologize? Damn. That's crazy. He said the fear of being sued drove the county's decision to give Arjanians clean record agreement. They said, "We don't care where you go, as long as you're not our problem," Crawford recalled. "We don't care if you go fucking terrorize someone else. Just don't do that shit here anymore. And we want to make sure that our department, you know, the integrity of our department stays intact. So you could just go fuck off with that somewhere else. All right? And keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't tell them what you did at our department. We won't say nothing if you won't say nothing. And if you do, that's $5,000 you owe us, asshole." Wow. That's like some government gangster shit, right? Like, seriously. Clean record agreements are also undermining recent police reforms, including landmark legislation giving state regulators the power to permanently ban problem officers from police work. Crawford considered reporting Arjanian to regulators under the new law, Senate Bill 2, which took effect last year. "This is exactly why they're putting this law in place," he said, "because of the Joe Arjanians of the world." Instead, Crawford kept quiet. He worried that if he spoke to regulators, he might be violating the secrecy terms of Arjanian's clean record agreement. Sierra County Sheriff Mike Fisher, who said he signed the agreement when he was new and naive, regrets making a deal with Arjanian. "In retrospect now, 5 years in, there's no way that I would sign any kind of agreement," Fisher said. "I think the whole thing is disturbing." Yeah, you're the one that did it. Fisher believes Arjanian may sue him and his department for speaking publicly, but he said he's ready to deal with the consequences. Now look, folks, isn't it crazy how they use bureaucracy to hide from righteousness, right? They're using all of this bureaucracy to hide from the truth and transparency and accountability. Whoa. What the hell? Why are we hiding behind this agreement to protect somebody who has gone out and done wrong things? Fisher asked. At what point do we have a moral and ethical obligation, regardless of being sued or not, to stand up and say, "It's enough"? You sound like a politician after you're the one that screwed everybody over. Reporters asked 501 police and sheriff's departments in California to produce copies of every clean record agreement they'd executed since 2010. These requests, made under California Public Records Act, went to police agencies for cities, counties, schools, and transit agencies. 1/3 of the agencies refused, saying much agreements are exempt from public records laws. Most asserted that the separation deals are police personnel records made confidential by California law, a position refuted by First Amendment lawyers and even some city attorneys. And you see why, folks, that hits home with us, because a lot of us are First Amendment activists, right? The Central Marin Police Authority, covering Larkspur, Madera, and San Anselmo, refused to expand staff time and resources searching for documents which clearly cannot be disclosed. Escondido, near San Diego, said the agreements are so secret that even searching for them within their files would violate their terms. Ha! Fucking liars, dude. Others refused to hand over anything without first giving officers a chance to seek a court order preventing any release. And that's what this county does right here, folks. They try to sue to withhold records. The county tries to sue the state, if I'm not mistaken. Others refused to hand over anything without first giving officers a chance to seek a court order preventing any release, a practice that is recommended by state law. The state's largest law enforcement agency, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, has an entire division dedicated to helping draft these agreements, but refused to say how many it had signed. Some agencies that release records blacked out every name and date, and sometimes whole pages or passages, making the agreements all but incomprehensible. "I would be shocked if any public agency turned that over to you," said Jeffrey Thompson, an attorney who has crafted dozens of clean record agreements on behalf of cities. Damn. I would be shocked if any of the public agencies turn that over to you. But ultimately, after a 3-year fight for records that included dozens of appeals and multiple threats of litigation, reporters aided by the Press Freedom Project and UC Irvine Law School clinic run by media lawyer Susan Seeger obtained clean record agreements from 163 of the 501 agencies, with few exceptions. The hundreds of agreements these agencies produced have never before been seen by the public. Response from agencies who gave clean record agreements. The Chronicle and the Investigative Reporting Program contacted every law enforcement agency named in this story as having executed a clean record agreement with an outgoing officer, as well as every government official who signed the agreements. Most of those who commented are included in the story, with some expressing regret or anger over the deals and others justifying their use. Representatives of most municipalities, though, refused to explain why the departments had executed clean record agreements, with many citing the secrecy of the agreement. These agreements show a clear pattern. Law enforcement agencies in California are routinely rewriting or erasing serious misconduct by officers they want to quickly and quietly oust. They do this in many ways, the records show. To start with, nearly all clean record agreements obscure the official circumstances of an officer's departure. Often, terminations are transformed into resignations. The agreements also undo the work of internal affairs investigations. The key question in such investigations is whether a preponderance of evidence shows an officer committed misconduct. If so, the misconduct is sustained. Department leaders then determine the appropriate discipline, which can include termination in most serious cases. Yeah, see right here in this little square, it's going to show how California state law requires law enforcement agencies to take numerous procedural steps when disciplining police officers. It's like, all right, you can't just discipline a fucking bad cop. You got to go through these procedures, right? We got to find out first if we could keep this shit hidden. That's the important thing here, folks. We got to make sure that we can hide this shit. That's the fucking mind of a fucking criminal. Am I tripping? Like, yeah, hide the evidence. Get fucking rid of the evidence, guys. Fuck no. Burn that shit. Burn it. Throw it in the water. Throw it in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like, put it in the trunk of a car and send it to fucking... so it can get smashed. Right? In more than a dozen cases, clean record agreements rescinded sustained findings of misconduct. Take the case of Jonathan Hare, an officer in the Sierra Madre Police Department in Los Angeles County. Internal investigators sustained 4 acts of misconduct by Hare, who confessed to lying to a prosecutor when he denied the past sexual relationship with the woman he arrested for drunken driving. Yet in exchange for his resignation, Hare's clean record agreement reversed all 4 sustained findings, along with his chief's determination that he should be demoted. Hare did not respond to repeated requests for comments. So in other words, he can pull a chick over, fucking coerce her to give up the chon chon, and then after he's done with that, they could fucking pretty much find him guilty and then just reverse and act like nothing happened. Yeah, get back out there on the streets, man. Maybe there's another girl that needs to be dealt with by you. You know what I'm saying? And no wonder cops don't give a shit. They know they have all of this. More often, though, clean record agreements are timed to prevent internal investigations from ever reaching a formal finding of sustained misconduct. In case after case, records and interviews show internal investigators were accumulating evidence of wrongdoing when a clean record agreement, sometimes initiated by an officer's attorney, sometimes by a department's attorney, abruptly ended the investigation. Michael Graham, a former chief of a school district police force outside of San Bernardino recalled with fury how a clean record agreement short-circuited an internal affairs investigation into one of his veteran officers. The officer, Bill Holland, was accused of destroying evidence documenting a 14-year-old boy's allegation that he had been during a football hazing ritual. Records show Holland, a former high school football coach, was acquitted with the alleged assailants. Wow. Holland's agreement, which Graham said he reluctantly approved to guarantee the officer's departure, halted the internal affairs investigation. Kind of sticks in your craw, Graham, now retired, said in an interview. But damn, bro, aren't you the one who fucking... No, you're not. Are you not the one who... Or you just knew about it? They're going to charge your ass $5,000 or what? When Holland did not respond to requests for comment, Graham said in a court deposition that Holland told him he did not book the documents from the investigation into evidence, allowing them to be destroyed because it was a go nowhere case. Look at the picture of Bill Holland, this freaking scumbag who allowed a boy's life to be ruined and never get justice. Now, can you guys just imagine what it would feel like to have something like that really bad happen to you and then have any kind of justice quashed or quelled or whatever you want to call it, what have you, by a cop like this, right? You get no justice. Not only does he get away with what he did, but the people that did that to you, they get away with it as well. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, freedom. Thank you. Cops who steal twice. Once when they do the crime and again on their paycheck. We pay them to steal it from us. That's right, man. Pretty much. I agree. Bill Holland received clean record agreements from Hesperia Unified School District Police Department. The parties acknowledge and agree that the terms and provisions of this agreement were made in confidence and shall remain confidential to the greatest extent possible under law. Jobs after the agreement. The Hesperia City Council and the Hesperia Mayor. Are you kidding me right now? Wow. This fool ended up becoming mayor after he let some 14-year-old boy's life get ruined. And not only that, he didn't allow any justice to happen. So the kids that did that to the other kid, they got away with this scot-free. Now those kids love Bill Holland. I guess 5 votes against 1 means more to Bill Holland, huh? Well, I don't know how many other kids were involved in that case, but it makes sense what I'm trying to say here, guys. You guys catch my drift? Holland's alleged misconduct occurred while he was on the city council in Hesperia. Damn, more misconduct over there. And he served 2 additional terms without voters knowing what he'd done in the hazing case. See what I mean? Clean record agreements also help officers evade landmark laws that California passed in recent years in an effort to bring transparency to police discipline. And this is the one that I've been talking about, guys. Starting January 1st, 2019, SB 1421 gave journalists and members of the public access to many internal affairs files so long as there was a sustained finding of misconduct involving sexual assault or dishonesty. 18 days later, Catherine Hamill signed a clean record agreement with the Fullerton Police Department in Orange County. Her agreement records show specified that any and all records describing how she was in the process of being disciplined for sustained findings of dishonesty were not subject to release under Senate Bill 1421. The deal required the city to fight any request for those records to the fullest. Hamill did not respond to repeated requests for comments. And that's something that happened here in Kern County as well. The news, Channel 17 News, did random records requests. Come to find out that one of the cops was sending screenshots of his crotch, of his genitalia. He was sending it over to a woman whose husband he had arrested on spousal abuse. he decided, oh man, I'm taking this fool to jail on spousal abuse, then I'm gonna go smash his wife, right? And I guess he didn't have what she wanted, or maybe she was dedicated to the man that kicked her ass. But she ended up telling a couple other female officers what happened, and he ended up getting busted because the female officers did the right thing and turned it in. And what happened, Channel 17 got some records requests, and those were one of them, and they found out what happened. Well, sure enough, after that, the city of Bakersfield was like, fuck this. We can't be releasing this shit. Do you guys understand how it's going to make this whole fucking department look? Hell nah. And that's just a fraction of the fucking cases that were sustained. We cannot let the people see how bad we really are. So Bakersfield decided to sue the state to stop the records. And it's supposedly still fucking going to court. For a law that already passed, they're fucking suing to stop it. What the fuck? Some clean record agreements explicitly prevent police chiefs from seeking prosecution of officers for criminal conduct revealed by internal investigations. An agreement in 2013 required by the Fremont Police Department to take no steps to pursue claims of criminal misconduct. The most pervasive impact of clean record agreements, however, is on the background checks that are required for every policing job in California. By law, background investigators must review every applicant's personnel files at previous departments. Clean record agreements, though, effectively sanitize these files. One example in 2005, the Beaumont Police Department in Riverside County signed a clean record agreement promising to expunge records showing that a supervisor had determined Officer Raymond Arechi's improperly used his baton. Arechi's clean record agreement stated, it will be as if the internal investigation never occurred. Look at the face of this guy. That's the smile of somebody who just got away with fucking brutalizing somebody with his deadly weapon. Did you guys know that if you get caught with a baton in your car or walking around with a baton, it's a fucking felony? But these guys, not only can they carry it everywhere they go, they can use that shit. They could beat the ever-living crap out of people. Look at the face of this fool. That face says it all, guys. I got away with it. Thank you. Thank you, Blue. Defendant City of Beaumont will expunge the internal affairs investigation from each of the plaintiff's personnel files or any other files maintained by the City of Beaumont for personnel purposes as to plaintiffs. In removing all such documents, it will be as if the internal affairs investigation never occurred. Jobs after agreements, Riverside Police Department. Sure enough, when Arechi later applied to the Riverside Police Department, his background investigator found no trace of his disciplinary record in Beaumont. Riverside's then police chief said in an interview, documents show Arechi was hired and worked nearly 4 years in Riverside before the department fired him after concluding he had used racial epithets and discussed running over black people with his patrol car. What more do you expect, man? You guys are letting this shit happen out there. Unfucking believable. This dude's bragging about that kind of shit. Why don't they go back to look to see if he ever did that shit? In 2021, Arechi, who did not respond to repeated requests for comment, secured a second clean record agreement from the Riverside Force that made confidential all records of his alleged racist conduct and transformed his firing into a resignation. A Riverside Police Department spokesperson, Ryan Railsback, said the agreement was not anything unusual, explaining that the department was very comfortable with the outcome because Arechi was no longer in employment. Hey, we're happy. He's no longer here. We don't give a shit. We don't care that he's out there being racist and being violent in a different department. Doesn't bother us. It's not us doing it, right? Holy shit. When police departments opt to obey state law and provide background investigators with records that have been kept hidden by clean record agreements, they do so at their own peril. Several have been sued by officers for not honoring the provisions of the deals. One of those suits was filed by Arjanian. His clean record agreement with the Los Angeles County Office of Public Safety, later folded into the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, was supposed to conceal a slew of sustained misconduct findings. But 4 months after he signed it, he discovered that the records of these findings were still in his personnel file, directly accessible to prospective employees. He removed the records from his personnel file. A county attorney said in an interview months later, Arjanian was working 600 miles north of Weed Police Department in Siskiyou County. In 2016, Alex Diaz, chief of the Banning Police Department in Riverside County, wanted Corporal Steve Hobb out of law enforcement. He fired Hobb for what he described in documents as anger that cannot be condoned in a police officer. A series of internal investigations at Banning found that Hobb had committed 8 different acts of misconduct, including pushing a fellow officer after a police union meeting and threatening to beat a father with his baton while overseeing a court-ordered visitation. Wow, damn. He's like, yeah, bro, you raise your voice at her, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you with this baton. How do you find that? You okay with that? Yeah, you behave, alright? I'll keep you in line. Like, if you're it's crazy, dude. Fucking crazy. Now look, man, for everybody out there that's doing police accountability and anybody out there that's on the fucking spectrum on politics, you know, fucking Democrats, Republicans, you know, everyone, the conservative side, the liberal side, everybody should really take in this article and think to themselves, like, is this how it should be? Is this where we as a people should be? Where cops get away with this type of stuff? And this is why people don't trust cops. This is why people like are pissed off and angry, you know, and a lot of times our anger is frustration because we cannot narrow it down and pinpoint. But I gotta tell you, it's right fucking here. It's right here. We are accurately able to narrow down and pinpoint where the fuck the trust is, we're losing trust, and why bad cops are allowed to behave the way they behave. They're unprofessional. They're acting like they're always in a hurry, right? When they're paid to be there. Like, where the fuck they gotta go? Back to the department, back to their girlfriend's houses, back to fucking parking in red zones to get coffees and donuts and shit. Like, yet every finding by investigators was made secret by a clean record agreement Hobb secured in exchange for agreeing to stop contesting his termination. The department allowed him to resign and paid him $365,000. Diaz was explicitly prohibited from telling the truth about him. So when the Clear Lake Police Department in Lake County called and asked about Hobb, Diaz said in an interview he had no choice but to lie to the background investigator. I was forced to lie. Fucking hell, right? He said Hobb was a fine employee, and Hobb was soon employed by Clear Lake. As Diaz put it, bottom line, got rid of the problem. Unfortunately, that problem went somewhere else. You see what I mean, guys? It's happening over and over again. Now look at the face of this guy. Holy fucking hell. This guy looks like he comes out of the backwoods in fucking Humboldt County. This guy may have some bodies on his property in Humboldt County, folks. I'm just throwing that out there. We don't know for sure. Steve Hobb received clean record agreements from Beaumont Police Department. Banning Police Department records show the parties agree and understand that the City Hall shall give prospective employers Hobb's name, salary, rank, and dates of employment absent a signed release by Hobb. Defendants agree not to make any disparaging remarks about Hobb, nor will it encourage anyone to make any disparaging remarks about him. Fucking son of a bitch. Wow, dude. You can't even talk bad about this fucking guy. They're protected like that. Hobb, who did not respond to repeated requests for comment, is one of at least 52 officers who have benefited from clean record agreements and getting new jobs in law enforcement. Most in the past decade, records and interviews show many have been accused of misconduct in their new jobs. While there's no indication Hobb had been disciplined in Clear Lake, 2 people he arrested in 2018 for resisting were cleared of charges. Both were represented by a defense attorney who said Hobb had roughed up her clients while they were unarmed and compliant, citing body camera footage. One of those clients, Camille Upchurch, said in an interview that Hobb reacted violently when she demanded to know why she and her boyfriend were being detained. Her boyfriend had gotten into an argument with employees at McDonald's. I was screaming, but he didn't stop, she said. He kneed me in the ribs and bashed my head against his patrol car. I was in so much pain. Son of a bitch. Damn, Hobb wants to rough up women like this. Fucking hell. Raymond Hendry, whose clean record agreement with the Mendocino County Sheriff's Office reversed his 2019 firing for lying, went on to work with the nearby Willits Police Department, which fired him in 2022 for alleged sexual harassment. The FBI is currently investigating accusations that he sexually assaulted women he met while working at both agencies. According to the former Willits police chief, and his peace officer license has been temporarily suspended. Hendry declined to comment other than saying all the allegations were lies. Ruben Ortiz, who left the Beaumont Police Department after being disciplined over the arrest of a man who was treated for a sprained wrist, was fired from his next job at the McFarland Police Department in Kern County. That's close by in the same county where I grew up. This time, Internal Affairs investigators said he shouldn't have used a taser to shock a man handcuffed to a hospital bed. In both cases, he was allowed to resign through clean records agreements. Ortiz, now the chief of a tribal police department in Nevada, said he could not comment because he would be violating multiple non-disclosure agreements. I'm not going to get sued over your article, he said. I'm not going to talk about myself and get sued for talking about myself. How much bureaucracy, how many umbrellas of protection do we got to give these fucking cops? Unbelievable. It's almost like we're able to not let bad cops slip through the cracks, but to walk them through this fucking giant loophole. Coddle them and walk them through this giant loophole. There's no fucking cracks here, guys. There's no fucking cracks here. It's a massive loophole. And the bureaucracy and all these fucking political parasites have allowed this. And we, the people, need to see what's going on and cry out. In interviews, police chiefs expressed dismay when told that officers they hired had been able to conceal their alleged misconduct at other departments with secret clean record agreements. You always want to feel like you weren't duped, right? Said Scott Fairfield, the former Bell Gardens chief. How many cases are there? There's fucking tons. This shit don't stop. Oh, okay, we can get through this, guys. We can get through this shit. You guys bear with me. There's still some of you guys here watching. Fuck yeah. I think case after case, we're able to see exactly how deep this shit goes. How they're able to truly keep this kind of shit fucking hidden, right? Yeah, that's right. But Ukraine gets another 8 billion. We can't even fix our own fucking problems here. We're throwing money at cops. You know how they fix problems here, guys? Even when a department is known to, they get investigated by the attorney general or whoever the fuck they get investigated by, right? When departments are known to be bad departments, like for instance Phoenix, Arizona, were investigated. They're known to be a fucked up department. But do you know how they try to fix those problems? They give them more money and they tell them to retrain them. But it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. It's the same fucking shit over and over again. That's right, John 1-6. They fucking throw more money at an obvious fucking problem. Who the fuck? Which one of us fucking people said that they can do that shit? I never fucking said that they can do that shit with my money. Fucking what? What? Fuck that. Fairfield hired Frank Huszar? I'm just going to say Frank, man. I cannot pronounce this guy's fucking last name. Jesus. I think he changed it to Frank Garcia. Did he take his wife's name after he fucking signed the agreement? Fucking grifters, huh? These cops are the real fucking grifters, man. It's a grift. No shit. Fuck yeah. Like I said, we're never going to create change if we can't narrow down and pinpoint where the fucking problem is. And I think this article narrows down and pinpoints a massive fucking problem that I think needs to fucking be fixed immediately. Yeah, let's fix the problems with law enforcement by hiding the problems with law enforcement. Fucking A right, government slavery. Fucking A right. Yep. It's a grift with the assured smile. Fairfield hired Frank in 2019 after knowing everything about how he had been fired from the California City Police Department in the Mojave Desert for allegedly shoving a 64-year-old city council member and then lying about it. A special provision in Huszar's clean record agreement, one that showed up in dozens of other clean record agreements, led Fairfield to believe Huszar had performed well in his prior job. AKA Frank Garcia received clean record agreements from California City Police Department. The city shall reverse the charges in relating to January 23rd, 2018 and February 7th, 2018 incidents and deem them as unfounded. And as such, and any all documents relating to referencing these matters shall be removed from his personnel file. Jobs after agreements. He worked at the Bell Gardens Police Department after he's a known piece of shit. The provision granted Huszar a permit to carry a concealed weapon anywhere in the United States. By law, such permits are only given to officers who resign or retire in good standing. The findings of misconduct against Huszar should have prevented him from getting such a permit. But when Huszar said he had this highly coveted permit that signifies exemplary service, Fairfield assumed the officer had left California City on good terms. Did this work for Frank? I think it did. Fairfield said of the clean record agreement extended to Huszar, who has not had any disciplinary action since Bell Gardens and who did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Did this work for the city? I think it did. The request is it going to work for my city? Am I the one that pays the price for all of this? In addition to prolonging some officers' law enforcement careers, clean record agreements have helped officers secure other sensitive jobs. At least 16 officers identified in this investigation became teachers, including an officer accused of taking out his gun and cursing at an unarmed woman who confronted him outside a courthouse over the arrest of a relative. He now teaches 5th grade in a nearby town. Do your fucking homework. Right? Fuck. Another officer whose department sought to fire him after a string of internal affairs investigations now teaches at a law enforcement training academy. Another accused by his Bay Area police force of groping women was hired as a high school baseball coach. Oh, fucking what? A sheriff's deputy fired for lying went on to testify as an expert witness in drunken driving cases and recently became an attorney for a firm that regularly negotiates clean record agreements. 3 were elected or appointed to public offices, including mayor and public commissioner. Holy shit. In 2016, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln hired Jeffrey Lemereau as a Title IX investigator, a job that made him responsible for protecting students from sexual harassment and sexual assault. A month earlier, Lemereau had secured a clean record agreement with the Burbank Police Department to conceal how the agency of North Los Angeles forced him out over accusations of sexual harassment. Are you kidding me? More? Holy fuck. At a university? Burbank's internal investigators determined that Lemereau, a sergeant, repeatedly pressured women to have sex in a tacit exchange for not arresting or citing them. He doesn't know the word no, one woman told investigators. Lemereau admitted in an interview that he screwed up by having extramarital affairs while at Burbank, but denied engaging in a quid pro quo with any of the women. Fuck no, this guy should have been arrested and convicted. Lemereau disclosed none of this in his application to the university. He wrote that he left the Burbank Police Department to relocate family. Contacted for his story, Lemereau defended the deception. I'm like, okay, am I even going to get a chance to work somewhere? I wasn't really thinking about, hey, is this dishonest? Yeah, bro, you're fucking dishonest. To say the least. Unbelievable. Press the ranker in here. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Unfucking believable. Jeffrey Lemereau received clean record agreements from Burbank Police Department. All records and documents relating to and concerning employee severance of employment shall indicate that employee resigned, and that specifically the term resigned in lieu of discipline or resigned with pending complaint investigation or any similar reference to this effect are prohibited. The job after his agreements: University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Eastern Washington University, Appalachian State University, Goodwin University, Auburn University, University of San Francisco. This dude crazy. Fuck. Over the last 8 years, Lemereau held Title IX positions with at least 6 universities where he has repeatedly faced complaints from students. They're fucking allowing this, man. Holy shit, man. You're cooler than polar bear's toenails. Thank you, bro. Alright. Let's keep reading. He acknowledged he was forced to resign from the Eastern Washington University near Spokane after students said they felt unsafe talking with him and accused him of using racial slurs. Not only is he a pervert, but he's racist too. A spokesperson for Eastern Washington said the university would not have hired Lemereau if its background check had revealed his alleged misconduct in Burbank. Later records show Appalachian State University in North Carolina fired him after he came clean about his disciplinary records in Burbank, an action he took in 2022 after learning of his investigation. Since then, he's held 3 more Title IX positions at Goodwin University in Connecticut, Auburn University in Alabama, and the University in San Francisco, where he was the school interim Title IX coordinator. Lemereau denied he had done anything wrong since leaving Burbank. I have been consistently professional and ethical and followed not only just university process and protocols, but led by example. Fucking liar. Unbelievable. I'm totally fucking blown away by this fucking article and all the shit that they've discovered. What a hell of a fucking team, an investigative team they must have had. Broadly speaking, law enforcement leaders and legislators around the county have given little scrutiny to clean record agreements. However, there have been isolated efforts undertaken quietly and with almost no public notice or media coverage to rid the industry of the practice this investigation found. In 2007, Alaska banned police forces from agreeing to hide officers' misconduct from the state's police oversight agency. A decade later, Colorado legislators responding to urging from police chiefs and sheriffs who had repeatedly and unknowingly hired problem officers with secret deals passed a law that invalidated any promises of confidentiality made by agreements executed after 2017. Inspired by Colorado, Kansas passed a nearly identical law in 2018. That's where every state needs to be, guys. We were all frustrated with the things that we were seeing as we conducted background, said Ed Klump, a retired police chief turned lobbyist who proposed the Kansas law. Fuck yeah. Was he a good police chief or something? Yet California laws that directly target these agreements have never been proposed. Yeah, what's up, fucking this idiot over here in California? What's that dumbass's name? The one fucking everybody don't like. They said he was what's her name's nephew, but I don't know if that's true. What's the biggest California idiot, guys? Someone put it in the comment section. I forgot his name. The biggest California idiot. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. I can't proceed until you guys tell me the biggest California idiot out there. Yeah, unless you're from California, you know. Fuck, what's his fucking name? The governor of California. Yeah. Fuck yeah, thanks, Mitch. Newsom. Right? That fucker. Gavin Newsom. Right? Where you at, homie? I mean, it's right there, bro. Gavin. Get with it, homie. We're gonna vote you out. Yeah. I don't know. Did you ever hear that, Mitch? That he was Pelosi's fucking nephew? I don't know if that's true, but I mean, I love watching conspiracy shit, folks. You know, the other day when my son Junior walked in the kitchen, he was like, "Hey, did you hear about fucking P. Diddy?" I was like, "I was right. I told everybody I was right years ago." We're all laughing at shit. I was joking around because I love watching conspiracy shit, guys. Yeah, gruesome Newsom. Right? Yet in California, laws that directly target these agreements have never been proposed. And though a few recent laws and count rulings have the potential to diminish the power of clean record agreements to hide police officers' misconduct, each one has significant flaws or limitations. In 2020, for example, a Contra Costa County judge ruled that police internal affairs files must be disclosed to the public even if a negotiated settlement eliminates a sustained finding of misconduct. But that ruling applies only to Contra Costa County and only to some types of misconduct. In 2022, a new law, SB 16, mandated that the departments release misconduct records to members of the public who ask for them, even if an officer resigns before an investigation is complete. The intent was to close a loophole. I told you guys it was a loophole that allowed officers to keep their conduct secret as long as they left before investigators made a finding. However, this law applies only to some categories of misconduct. Why? Why some categories and not all? Perhaps the most consequential law took effect last year. SB 2 requires law enforcement agencies to complete all investigations into serious misconduct and report those allegations to the California Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, or Post. The bill empowers Post to ban problem officers from police work. Excuse me, guys. But the law leaves it to each agency to decide what constitutes serious misconduct, and there is no enforcement mechanism to ensure compliance. As of January, nearly half of the police agencies in California had not submitted any records of serious misconduct to Post, seeking to confirm compliance. Post sent a letter to those agencies, which most of them did not acknowledge receiving. Fucking hell. You see, when you do that though, that's why it's important to have, fucking YouTube channels and shit. Call it out like this. Like, we'll post the departments and say, this department did not respond, guys. If you guys want to call and redress your grievances and put the pressure on, that's on you, good people. So another challenge to clean record agreements is a law enacted 6 years ago requiring anyone applying for a police officer job to sign a waiver giving background investigators complete access to the personnel file, even those parts deemed confidential. Fuck yeah. But interviews show that some agencies don't use the waivers, right? Like, yeah, we have them at our ready, at the available, but fuck, doesn't mean we got to use them. I mean, it's hard enough to hire cops anyways, right? I mean, shit, we got to pay these motherfuckers bonuses just to come apply. But records and interviews show that some agencies don't use these waivers and others refuse to honor them, still keeping files secret. Some of them told you to go pound salt. Sid Smith, the expert on police background investigator, said, damn, go pound some fucking salt. You getting no records from us. Fucking hell. Smith is one of the 3 main authors of the Post Background Investigation Manual used in the hiring of police officers across the state. He said Post has known for decades about the widespread use of clean record agreements, and that he and other veteran background investigators have repeatedly urged the state agency's leaders without success to include a section of in the manual warning agencies about how the agreements can undermine hiring. There are a lot of people who get very uncomfortable with the background investigators asking certain questions, he said. They would just as soon not reopen Pandora's box. Today, the manual does not include a single word about the secret deals. Post officials declined to be interviewed, with a spokesperson saying the agency does not do on-the-record interviews. The spokesperson emailed a statement saying that Post does not restrict an agency's abilities to gather relevant information and detailing the recommended practices for background investigations. The statement did not address Smith's claims. While reforms have failed to curb the use of clean record agreements, one of the most potent lobbying operations in the state, the Police Officers Research Association of California, has for years advocated their use. Nearly every clean record agreement obtained by reporters was the handiwork of a small cadre of attorneys bankrolled by PORAC, which is funded by police unions. PORAC's website highlights dozens of examples of how successful these lawyers have been in securing agreements that give officers a clean slate, right? Among the success stories cited is that of Frank Huzar, the California city lieutenant found by an internal affairs investigator to have shoved a city council member. PORAC boasts that its legal defense fund, which spends about $20 million a year defending officers and deputies, is why Huzar is currently working as a sworn police officer. PORAC did not respond to repeating requests for comment. The prosecutor of squaring off against well-funded PORAC lawyers is one reason police departments are so often seize on clean record agreements as an expedient, cost-effective way to oust problem officers. I wasn't comfortable with settling, but if we would have gone to court, I would not have been comfortable with spending, say, $1 million in being right, said Eugene Stump, one of the California city officials who approved Huzar's clean record agreement. Sometimes it's not worth it to be right. Really? Really? Huh? Maybe everybody in a traffic stop should tell a cop that. Your Honor, you say I was speeding. I say I was driving safe. But if you're right, hey, sometimes it's not worth it to be right. I'll be on my way now. You have a nice day. Right? It doesn't work that way, folks. Not for we the people. The bargain inherent in clean record agreements came to haunt Alex Diaz, chief of Banning Police Department. Over a 6-year period, the chief gave clean record agreements to 7 officers who had been fired for misconduct after the department found they committed misconduct, including insurance fraud and lying. One of those officers was Steve Hobb, whose agreement had led Diaz to lie about Hobbs' history of sustained misconduct findings. Diaz recalls the day an insurance lawyer notified city leaders that Hobb would be given a clean record agreement with or without the city's approval. Diaz was stunned to learn that the decision had been taken out of his hands. But as with many municipal insurance contracts, Banning's policy gave final settlement authority to the insurance carrier. I was so disillusioned and so heartbroken, Diaz said, that it was like, I can't do this anymore. How do I protect my citizens? How do I protect the city? Well, shit, bro, you got like 6 fucking agreements that you signed. Like, you're the fucking problem. 4 months after Hobbs' clean record agreement, Diaz resigned and walked away from his 18-year career in law enforcement. Hosep Joe Arjanian remains in law enforcement, but he's in trouble again. Well, it's no fucking surprise, guys. Though he initially rose to the rank of captain at the Del Norte County Sheriff's Office, where he was hired in 2020, he suddenly retired last fall. According to current Sheriff Garrett Scott, at the time, the office was investigating whether Arjanian lied during his background investigation, including by omitting his past findings of misconduct. That investigation remains active, and Scott said he will forward its results to the state for possible license revocation and to the local district attorney for potential criminal charges. Yeah, dude. Do the right thing, man. At least for the time being, Arjanian has found a new law enforcement job. Fucking hell. He is a police officer for the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs in Reno. But according to the VA, Arjanian is under investigation. It's no surprise. I mean, this guy is problematic. If he goes to another department tomorrow, he's going to fuck something up. After it was contacted for the story, the agency suspended him from police duties. A spokesperson said, upon the discovery of new previously sealed information about allegations of wrongdoing, I'll fucking standing on this reporting, calling the departments, hey, you got a trouble cop, you might want to get rid of him. We did a little bit more research that you guys weren't able to do. Get rid of his ass. And that's some of the things that we have done on our channels as well, man. You know, ousting and getting rid of bad cops, man. The article was reported with the support of the Fund for Investigative Journalism. Out fucking standing reporting. I would normally just skip over this part, but I gotta give a shout out to these people, man. How the fuck can I hire him to work for San Joaquin Valley Transparency? Credits reporting by Karen. I'm gonna fuck this up because I'm so bad at pronouncing names, right? Karen Rush, Investigative Reporting Program, and Casey Smith, Investigative Reporting Program, edited by David Barstow, Investigative Reporting Program, and Damian Bulwa. Copy editing by Shoka and Chris Cresabine. Visuals by Chris Kaufman and Laura McDermott. Visuals editing by Ramin Rahimian and Nicole Fugay. Data editing by Dan Knopf. Illustrations by John Blanchard. Collages by Sophie Diamato. Graphics design and development by Jenny Kwan. Graphics design and development editing by Aaron Coffey, Alex K. Fong, and Alex Tatuzian. Fuck. Alright, guys, so which one of you in the chat wants to take the position of my new investigating reporting program? I need a chief executive and I need some editing done, like David Barstow. Which one of you guys wants to take the new editing job? Nah, man, I'm not gonna lie. It would be fucking dope as hell to pick up a team like that, right? And there's a lot of different. Seems like there are more articles that talk about police accountability and shit like that. And man, I can just fucking go on and just read all this shit like non-fucking stop. There's so much shit. I mean, is there just... Police are using secret deals to hand pensions to troubled officers. Millions of taxpayer dollars support the system. Fuck yeah. I think that, I might just do this article on another video, guys, because I mean, if we can narrow down and pinpoint exactly how they do these things, then we could start to cry out and demand change in city council meetings, our legislators, all that shit. You know, like, let me tell you guys something. If you think every conservative and every liberal and everybody on both sides of the political spectrum, if you think they knew and understood exactly what was going on, you think they would still back the blue and all that shit and support the police no matter what? I personally don't believe that they would agree with this. I don't believe that anybody could agree with this. So much fucking bureaucracy has been thrown into this shit that it's just a fucking cloak of invincibility on these cops. Umbrellas of protection. And if we thought that the fucking umbrellas of protection ended with qualified immunity, internal investigations, police unions, fuck no. That's the tip of the fucking iceberg. It's shit like this that is truly, truly destroying this fucking country. Truly destroying this country. Tearing it upside fucking down. A straight up fucking tyrannical government. Wow. I'm totally blown away by that article. Well, guys, I think that's it for today for this live stream. Totally blown away, like I said. If you guys, I will go ahead and link this article to my channel so you guys can pick it up and start reading this shit. This shit is hella important, right? But anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up on your way out. You guys share this on a community post if possible. It helps. I know we're on a shadow ban like many of you guys as well. So if you guys do share it, thank you in advance. But all right, yeah, we're done, guys. Press harder. I love it when the union comes together. I'm going to end this one with my favorite cop watchers fucking text. Claudette, thank you. Brandon Mitchell, I love you guys. Thank you for all your support. Massive shout out to Swamp Fox News. Thank you, bro. I'm going to be hopefully interviewing Swamp Fox News soon, guys. So, but yeah, all right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next one. I'm going to be going live a lot, so you guys stay tuned. And at the beginning of this video, I showed the video from my other channel, America's Worst Cops. So make sure you guys go subscribe to over there. I might go live over there a little bit later. So stay tuned for that. All right, folks. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.